Everybody, welcome back to Kenny G Music. Today what I'm doing is I'm planning on building a guitar pedal board, just something nice and simple, but basically the reason I want to do it is because it'll make it easier for me to tidy my amp away and set it up and all that sort of stuff. So I thought I'll make a wee video, and then that way if anybody else needs some inspiration because they want to do something similar, then you guys will be able to follow along and make your own one. Literally I'm making this out of scrap wood, so I have like a sheet of plywood and just a few bits and pieces of old wood that I've got from other projects. So nice and easy, and if you've got stuff lying about, then it's something you can do as well. So in terms of what I've got, like I say, just some pieces of wood that's lying around. So I've got a couple of strips of wood, and they're varying thicknesses. So my thoughts are, this one here is actually quite a bit thicker. If I hold it next to this one, you'll see. So there's a bit of a thickness difference. So it means that I can have a slight angle to the board. And then I've just got this left over, which I think I'm going to build almost like a little shelf. And then I've got a big sheet of plywood, is this? Or MDF, whatever it is. I've got a sheet of this, which what we'll do is I'm going to cut that and make a base. So I'll show you how it is that I plan on making it look. Okay, so I've just measured that up, or at least worked out roughly how I want. So let me show you how I have done that. So what I've done is I've just kind of laid out the pedals, the idea being as well that I've left enough space that, for example, I could have probably another couple along here. I've made a couple of marks. So like I say, what I'll do is I'll take a cut that'll be kind of just below here. That'll be like the flat layer, and then I'll have a slightly raised piece which will probably make about that much higher, which will put the pedals about up to about there, which if you can see, it means that I won't catch my amp pedals when I'm playing. So what I'll do is I'll measure this in a minute once I've marked this out with the tape measure, so I know what strip I need along there. And in terms of width, I think what I'll probably do is just take maybe 2 or 3 inches off the side so that it's a good size. So yeah, that's how I'm measuring it out. So like I say, you know, if you wanted to, you could just have, you might only need one row. So again, you could just do 2 different heights, gives you that angle, and it lets you lay your pedals out, and it means they're obviously easy to put away and all that sort of stuff. Or if you're like me and you use the effects that are built into your amp, then this might be for you. So let me go make the cuts. I'll bring it back up to the room, and then I will show you how I'm putting it all together. Okay, I've done all the cutting, which I'll show you just now. So I've got a few bits and pieces, and what I'll do is I'll show you how it's going to look assembled, and then I will actually talk you through it as a setup. So let's have a wee look. So right now it literally just looks like a pile of parts. So what I've done is got that thinner strip, which will be the bottom plate. I've also now cut this to size. This bit will be to give it that little bit of angle, and then this bit will become like a little shelf where the other pedals will stop, sit to stop me clipping them. And then what I've done is I've just made these little pieces, and the reason why I've cut them the way I have is because this will sit on top, and it means that I can feed cables through. So if I have this, I've just tested it with this, so that's the connector for that. It'll feed through, but equally if I decided I wanted to have these, then you would be able to have cables feeding through, so it's just to make it a bit easier. Maybe it might be worth almost doing like a hinge or something like that, but at the moment I'm not gonna do that. So let me set the camera up on the stand, and then I will talk you through it as I build this together. Okay, so in terms of assembly, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to mark where it will sit. And it looks like I've got a little helper for this video. So this is where the board layer will go. Just mark that. I'm going to do it on both sides because it'll mean that when I come to put these in, I can screw through quite easily. So it doesn't matter which side I'm looking at, I'll be able to see if I flip this over that I can put the screw through there and it'll line up, so it stops me from doing that. So just, I guess, just to make it a wee bit easier for myself. Coming to help again. So next thing I'm going to do, now that I've lined this up, is I'm just going to screw this in. I'm using an impact driver, but obviously if you are just using a drill, it's probably worth doing a little pilot hole, which I might do for some of the PCs. There you go, so now I've got the start of the board, so that's where that's going to go. So the next thing we need, that I need to add on, is these pieces. In fact, that's not the side ones, that's the side ones. So this is where this line is going to hopefully come in really handy. So what I'm doing is I'm using the line that I drew just to mark it up so that I know where it goes. We now have the start of our little layer for that to go. So for support, I'm putting this in. It's just so that when I press the pedals down, I'm not going to, like you see when that's on, it flexes quite a bit. So I'm just going to put them on now and try to decide, is one enough? I might stick to the two of these. Okay, so plan is to do a couple of pilot holes just so that I know roughly where I want these. Like I say, I want to be able to fit cable through, and also to give it a bit of support so that when you press down on it, it's not going to like make it flex. So just so the last piece is just putting in these two, which were just little back supports. I haven't went quite as strong with them because I wanted to keep space, like I said earlier. Again, I'm just lining it up with the back this time so that it sits flush. The last piece is just attaching this. And there we have it. So let's get the pedals on it, but as you see, two layers, place for the cables to go. So let's get this set up. So here it is with all the pedals set up. I've obviously not plugged the guitar in at the moment, but as you can see, I can press the switches on this, but I can also press switches up here, and it doesn't catch. So if I come down here, you can see the height. There's quite a difference there between these switches and these ones, and also got the option as well, because these slots, that actually you could have those at the front and have this at the back. So I'll probably play about with it and just figure out exactly how I want it laid out. I've literally just put these on just so you can see how it looks, and you could easily have 5 or 6 of these pedals along the top as well if you wanted. So yeah, there you go, little homemade, quick and easy pedal board that I done with nothing other than scrap wood I'd lying around. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed the video today, and hopefully you found it useful as well. Let me know if you're going to give it a little try, make your own pedal board, or if you've made one already, and yeah, even send some pictures on Instagram or that as well, just let me see what ones you've made. That's it from me for this week, so I'm going to go away and play a bit of guitar, but in the meantime, if you want to subscribe, I'll put the link up here, and if you obviously want to watch another video, I'll put it there. But yes, keep making music, keep having fun, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.